Hello everybody, welcome back to PadfootTD Games. My name is Zach, I am the voice behind the icon. Today we are back in American Truck Sim. We will be taking our Camping World Truck Series car in this Featherlite trailer, and of course our trusted Kenworth 680 from Indianapolis to Manchester, New Hampshire, back to the garage as we get ready to, I believe, head to Pocono. I believe that's our next stop. Let's head on in, let's get her started up. Button box is fixed. The joint key problem that we were having in the K&N truck earlier this morning has been fixed as well. I believe we are going to be all set. I just realized I did not program the parking brakes. That's something to figure out afterwards. I'm just gonna write myself a note about that really quick, so bear with me. Alrighty, that's all taken care of. We can start pulling away from the dock here. Flashers, of course, on for safety. As we get ready to leave the yard, of course, if this was in racetrack format, we wouldn't have to worry about this. But alas, they have not answered my prayers yet. This Friday, I hope everybody's doing good. I'll talk a little bit more once we're back out on the road. Flashers off. Alrighty. Alright, like I said, we are leaving Indianapolis. We had a really good run here in the Camping World Truck Series. We got our first win, and luckily, and of course, it was at a short track, a home track, you know. It's where we strive. It's where we strive to be better. But right now, we are on the points lead as we get ready to head into our final week of the season. I believe the last race is at Pocono, so fingers are crossed to do well there. Right now, like I said, we do have the points lead, and that is from consistency. And as long as we don't completely total our truck and our backup, and we're able to run those 10 laps, I believe we're going to be able to come home with the championship. That is something really big that we're hoping for, and really something exciting in the time trial series we've been hoping for. Of course, being our rookie season. I know I was not covering this much at the beginning, but from the past videos you can tell we definitely a beginner in the series. Definitely a rookie, and to be able to pull off a win last week and to be able to grab the championship, I'm really excited about that. As I was saying in the stream a little bit earlier on today, and for those of you watching on YouTube, it's in the K&N video that went from Myrtle Beach up to Manchester, that we are in a really good place right now for points in all of our series. So the series that have been run on YouTube, we have 5 of them. The Late Model Tour, the SK Modified Tour, the Wheel and Modified Tour as well, the Camping World Truck Series, as well as the K&N Pro Series. We've been running time trials for this all season. It's the first time running the Late Model Series, and it is also the first time running the Camping World Truck Series. So, right now, we have clinched, even though we have one more race to go. We have one more race for all of these, so because we always do the truck videos first. We have one more of all of these, and that is going to be... I can't remember the tracks, but you know, they'll be in order. But we have clinched the title, like even if we didn't race, we'd still win, for the Late Model Tour, the Wheel and Modified Tour, the SK Modified Tour, and I believe that as long as we keep consistently, we will have the Camping World Truck Series as well. So that's 4 out of 5. Right now, the K&N Series is the only one that is questioning. Doing the math the other day, we were slightly short. We have to finish just ahead of this guy. He's been really good, but we're at South Boston, which is a short speedway. That will be an intense stream. I don't think I'm going to have audio. I don't think I'm going to talk. I just think I'm going to want to concentrate on getting that car around. As long as we don't total it twice, which is usually what we go with our, you know, primary and our backup car, we will, we're gonna try to get that championship. And it might be a bittersweet of being just shy, or the way that we're hoping is going to be just enough. You're gonna let us, thank you. The guy was nice enough to back off to let us into this lane. Got a, isn't that a glass mover? Yeah, yeah. You take the speed that you need to. That was a beautiful reflection in that glass. I'm telling you, now that we can run this game on Ultra, looks so much better. Of course, what do we see most of the time? Highway, right? Logging in them miles. This is actually 2 weeks since this truck has seen home. Same thing with the K&N series truck as well as the modified truck. They've been on the road due to applying to DOJ, which if you know what that is, great. If you don't, this past videos explains it. So we can finally get these home, get the new trucks and cars loaded on for the last race of the season. I know I've said this before, if we switch into iRacing, a couple things are going to change here on the channel. If AI does come out in that 13th week, we're on Ohio now, we will be changing to K&N series, super late model, and SK modified series, so just 3 divisions, including the 3 trucks that are counterparts. If that does not come out in the 13th week and we're going to have to wait another season, we will probably continue to do the Camping World Truck Series. We will continue the SK Modified Series, probably the Whelen Series, and the K&N Series. So it's everything but the Late Model Tour. The only reason my Late Model Tour came on this time is because I started when the year came back up for NASCAR to begin. And also Season 2 to begin. Because Season 1 goes through the winter. And we don't do that because of roleplay purposes. I'm too busy jabbing, didn't even see that speed change. Come on. 75? Nice. Oh, 74. 75. Something going on up here in the right lane, so we'll make sure we get over here. Don't tell me we're going to slam on our brakes. We are. I just got up to speed. Oh, it's going to be one of those drives all the way back to New Hampshire. It's interesting. Ooh, pretty big fender bender there. It looks like somebody was changing lanes and the other person wasn't paying attention. I don't want to be over here, but you are kind of forcing me over here. You stay over there, Mustang. Thank you. It's thinking of fire truck and a fender bender there. Hope everybody's okay in that accident, but while at work today, we had our final, like, half an hour worth of work today. Final goodbye to everybody, and we have a new head of school coming in. While we were there, and we were talking about, you know, the assistant head of school taking over for a year, and we were all joking about it. He said, no, it's still his problem, still the head of school's problem until the end of June. As soon as he had said that, a fire truck came up the street going to further on campus. So the ironic timing on that, I did follow around because I am a nosy SOB. Did go around campus to see where it had been and what was the issue. It looks like a truck, you know, a box truck that delivers soda or water where the gates are on the side instead of the back of the truck, had been pulling out of one of our offices and either dumped his whole oil pan, transmission, fuel. I'm gonna say either transmission or oil, just because the way they're trying to pick it up. But fire department was there putting down, you know, quick pickup, etc. to ensure that. I'm gonna hop out really quick just to take a screenshot. I'll be right back with you. Alright, sorry about that. We just happened to see the sun was setting and I couldn't help it. I think we got one of the best screenshots we ever have, so very excited about that. Kind of have to jump into the world of a photographer and figure out what's gonna look good. Should we add an angle to this, etc., etc. But it's Friday. I hope everybody's having a great one. Like I said, today was the last day of official work. I have a handful of things I'm doing during the summer, obviously, but pretty much 3 months to recuperate, train ourselves to become better teachers, which I plan to do in New York, which we'll go into this stream as well. Just overall excited. So like I said, very excited. In I think it's about 2 weeks, the missus and I, and Danielle and I should say, since her name is now known on the channel, we'll be heading down to New York, and you guys get to come with us. That'll be our second vlog. Our first one comes out today, if it hasn't already. It actually seems like it just came out. So sorry about the first one. I did not know that the camera had reset itself, and didn't help with the motion sensitivity. It's bouncy, it's fuzzy, and it didn't look like that through the preview screen that I have on it, so I'm really disappointed in how that vlog came out, but I'd promised it would, so I promised it will get better. So this next vlog, we're really excited. We're going to bring you guys along to New York. Obviously, we can't show you the shows that we're going to, but I can tell you. We're planning on heading down on a Tuesday via Amtrak from the town right over. Greenfield, I can say that. And we are going to be taking Amtrak down to New York Penn Station. Once there, we'll be staying in a hotel that's right next to Penn Station, which is quite handy. Times Square is about a 10-15 minute walk, which yet again is super handy. And the three shows, so we're going to be there for 4 or 5 days. The 3 shows that we're going to be seeing are Dear Evan Hansen, Hamilton, and The Lion King as of right now. We're going to see if we might be able to put ourselves in for a lottery for that final title, just to fill in the time a little bit. Come on. You can't drive it, park it. This is why accidents happen. Literally got to pass you on the right just to be able to keep going. You're going almost 10 miles an hour slower than the speed limit. Oh, I hear a helicopter, something going on over there. Looks like a police chase of some sort. Glad that came back to safety. I'm also glad you guys have enjoyed on YouTube the LSPDFR videos for Grand Theft Auto. There's a couple other fun ideas that I have for it. I know GTA is kind of on its way out as we get ready for the new one that's hopefully going to be coming out in a couple of years. But I have some fun ideas, and I think hopefully you guys will find it fun too. Got a lot more BeamNG on the way. That seems to be the niche of what's needed here on Twitch. It's not used enough, so I have some fun ideas to do with that, and I'll make sure I bring you guys along too. As well, tomorrow, I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me over there in the chat. We are starting this week. Brand new. This weekend, starting tomorrow. Since today's Friday. Sorry if you're watching this on YouTube and it's a completely different time. Or actually, it will have already happened. We are doing 2 videos today, and we're very proud that we're able to keep up on that. What's going to be happening now is on the weekends, we're going to be doing 3 videos a day. There's just so much content that I want to bring you guys that I can't fit it into a week. And that's just because I'm very religious about... Not religious, I guess it's the wrong word, I guess, but I like to stay on the schedule of driving the truck and etc. Once we get some more followers, I don't know if I'm going to be videoing constantly of all the truck runs that we do. I'll still probably do them for myself, but I'm not sure if we'll keep them on, you know, post them onto the channel. Might live stream them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. I'm gonna stick over here really quick. My brake pedal, my whole pedal set literally just slipped from underneath my foot forward. So we had no brakes there for a second. So I apologize for the crazy erratic driving on that. Not something we usually do. Yes, we technically did crash into a telephone pole last stream. If you haven't seen it, the video will be up on YouTube soon, if it's not already. It's like kind of our first mistake. It's just so embarrassing. I thought we had plenty of room. We didn't. Get off the highway. Alright, let's get this back up to 75. 74. 75. Rest area and a way station over there. It's funny, we had so many way stations because at the beginning of the season we kept going out to California, it seemed a lot. And we didn't do it this time because of the DOJ issue, etc. But we were going out there a lot, we were getting way stations constantly. Now, in most normal travel, we don't hit one because we're mostly on the 70, the 95, which don't have that many way stations, so we've been kind of lucky. Sorry for being quiet for a second. Trying to get my neck to cooperate. But I have not been able to peek into practice yet, as I was hoping, like I said earlier, at Pocono. But we are at Pocono this week, at least with the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. I'm super excited about Pocono because it's a little bit different. As well, big in the news yesterday. New Hampshire Motor Speedway got their sponsor for their race in July, so really excited about that. We will also be vlogging from there. It is the Foxwoods Casino 301. So really excited to go to that and really excited to vlog and bring you guys along with that just a little bit. Alrighty, for now, we are going to cease audio just for a second. Well, not just for a second. We are actually, I wanted to do this. I figured if I don't have really that much to talk to and the chat doesn't seem overly engaging, we will actually just play music instead. We will just put some music on as we're driving down the road. So I think I want to try that this episode. If you guys don't like it, let me know. But it kind of fills up a little bit of time of what we can do. So let's just put on that new cruise control speed. There we are, 70. And I'll leave you with that. Alright, we're back. So, for those of you watching on YouTube, you're going to see a quick cut. We've actually got to sleep, which requires us to drop the trailer here and go sleep in one of the spots there. So those of you new to YouTube, don't worry about it. Those of you watching on Twitch, thank you for being patient. I'm going to drop this trailer here. And we'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, we're back in it. We are reattached. We are ready to continue our journey to Manchester, New Hampshire. We are keeping it as one episode, long one. Stick with it. Promise it gets great. Gonna cut that Jeep completely off because we got places to go. Still about half an hour travel time until we are at Manchester, New Hampshire. So, let me know what you thought about that with the music inside in between, you know, the talking. Sometimes, you know, especially when the chat's a little light like it is today, kind of hard to figure out all the things to talk about, but I realize as somebody who's putting YouTube videos out here, you should talk. So I don't think that's something that you're going to see in other videos. I had to try it, you know, see what it was like in a weird kind of funk today. Hey! Oh, I'm too busy talking. One of our haulers just went by. Well, we'll completely ignore that. It wasn't even like, oh, it's a Featherlite Hauler. No, it was a Star Line, you know, PadfootTD kind of thing. That just drove by. So that all in its own is hilarious. But I just can't get over that. That's great. But like I said, I don't think that's going to be a common thing. I like talking to you all. You know, I don't like hearing my own voice, so I might start wearing full headed of headphones, but I like a good chat. I think that's what it's all about. Hello over there in the chat. Thank you for joining. Well, the weather is better than this morning. It's definitely supposed to continue to rain. I think, like, you know, early summer kind of deal is you get some beautiful weather and then it decides to rain. I definitely think it's going to pick up some rain later on today. Right now it looks beautiful out. All I know is that I don't have a fan in this office yet because the one that I usually would have up here, the one I just got last week, we put it in the living room for the dogs because it's been like 80 plus this week. One day it was almost up to 90. So we want to make sure that they get good air circulation. So we will eventually get back up here. Hope to eventually get a better microphone, you know, depending on how this all works out, obviously, with the YouTube thing. And somebody asked me the other day and said, you have a pretty good amount of views, but not that many subscribers. You know, don't you think you should work more on subscribers? No. You know, I'm doing this content for me. If anybody does watch it, for those of you on Twitch, I appreciate it. For those of you watching on YouTube, I also appreciate it. You know, these are long episodes. These are sometimes very long. They're usually at least a half an hour long. This one's going to be close to, my gut tells me close to an hour. The one this morning was close to an hour. It's just because I don't really want to cut up anything that's less than an hour. You know what I mean? I'm already having trouble squeezing in the videos that I want to get in. Because all I want to do is, I just want to play all these games because now I have time. But I realize I want to share them with you all too. I think, like I said though, if we ever were to get more subscribers, right now we're at 5. That's awesome. You know, there's a handful of people that I don't know watching my stuff. You know, once we get more, like I said, I don't know if we'll continue the constant amount of driving that we do. Welcome to New York. I don't know if we'll continue to catalog that on YouTube. I think it might be just more of a Twitch thing, kind of like a stream thing, just so I can bring more content to the channel. But yet again, I really don't know yet. Especially within a handful of years, we're thinking of a baby, so you know that will take over. But regardless, what I think I'm gonna do, because I'm having a ball doing it, I will continue to make videos, even if nobody watches them. You know, I enjoy doing it. It's a great little hobby. You know, we've been doing it almost for a complete month now, which is awesome. got some construction up ahead. Let's get all the way over into this left lane. I know they want us to slow down to 55, but as long as nobody shoots over, of course we got somebody to shoot over. You have to get off the cruise control there a little bit. You gotta be nice enough and let us continue our run. Thank you. Of course, we are going way over the speed limit now. Let's take this guy's advice and head over into the middle lane. We'll just coast back down to 65. And there. Like I said, though, a lot of things are up in the air. We're probably doing a lot more throughout the week instead of just on one day. I'm excited about that. Just when I start doing these things, I was like, I want to do them, I want to get them done. I don't know if that's good for content. Like I said earlier, Planet Coaster's on the slate for this week. That would be great if you had a blinker beforehand. X-Plane 11 is on the slate for this week, which I haven't played for a little while, so I'm worried. First, we'll start out with a puddle jumper. You know, something small. Maybe a Cessna or something, just to get our bearings back, you know what I mean? Alright, we're finally able to get onto the 95, flip off our cruise control, and start heading towards Providence. Ooh, sorry about that. Going a little bit faster than I had anticipated. Alright, let's get over here in this middle lane. Perfect, no traffic. That means a straight on shot. I'm sure we'll run into some, but right now, looks good. Somebody asked me the other day in the chat, what is your dream? Well, I can answer that, believe it or not. I'm living it. I have a job that I love. I have a wife, which at the age of 25, going on 26 is amazing. And to have a job that you love as well, and to eventually have a family that I can support. That's my dream. And also, we're also kind of living our dream as well, due to the fact of I'm very, very close with my parents. Very close, and family means a lot to me. So we actually, being able to live only 15 minutes apart, you know, it's been very beneficial. Now, as I said in the last stream about how I got to where I am right now, it was not intended originally to live by my folks. Love them to bits, but, you know, we were hoping that Florida was going to work out. Everything's worked out better here. My brain must not be getting enough oxygen. I keep on yawning. Try to get a deep breath in there every once in a while. Happens when you get lost in thought. Hey, we're in Connecticut. Nice. Hello over there in the chat. What are my plans for the weekend? Well, it's not a holiday weekend, so nothing overly exciting. I am hoping to get the family down to Six Flags this weekend. We do have season passes, and whoop, just kicked my keyboard with my knee. Do hope to get the family down there, have a good time, make a vlog maybe. Gets good training for the puppy too. Other than that, just kind of relaxing, even though I have 3 months to relax now. What are your plans? I always like to know what other people are doing. Like I said earlier, I am a nosy SOB. Studying for exams? Bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. What subjects do you still have left? telling you. This is why I don't give homework. I don't give homework in my classes. First off, it's a hands-on learning experience that I try to bring to the classroom anyways, and especially since we're doing technical theater. You can't read about that. You've got to do it. Physics, statistics, I can't pronounce that one. There might be a typo in that one, but even so, even just with physics and statistics, those are rough. I love stats, but I always felt you couldn't really like give me a worksheet to work with. I've got to work with actual working numbers, so I don't really know how that's going to be for you. But physics, oh, I was horrible at physics. There's a long-term saying in theater, you fake it till you make it. Which also kind of represents to real life. I learned from a teacher I had in college named Tiff. Fake it till you make it. Pretty much, if you've got to kind of cut corners to get through what you're stuck in right now, do it. Do what's better for you instead of burying yourself. And I did. And that's what got me through physics, 100% on that one. This is what got me through some of the stuff I had to do in college, too. Anything that wasn't on my major just had no interest to me. I mean, I love learning, don't get me wrong, and I love learning about anything to do with environment, global warming, etc. I like stuff like that. But other than that, I like learning obscure topics randomly. Like, senior year in college, for some reason, I have no idea why, I had a kick to read a whole basic EMT book, enough where I could have taken the exam. You know, yes, you need ride-alongs and everything. I read the whole thing. Not really sure why, but I can do some killer first aid now. Then yeah, things can come on as weird spurs. Oh, really? Yeah, see, you know, sometimes you're influenced to do something special. You might have been able to just hear a bark. That is Mr. Beast. Let's see, what time is it? It's 2:50, so I can't say, oh, it's like the trash truck. I don't know, maybe he's just barking at a shadow. He does that from time to time. Our dogs are pretty well behaved, you know. They just got weird quirks. The husky will demand attention by grabbing you with her foot or clawing you. Not intentionally, she just wants attention, or bushing her head. That's what we call it. We call it bush. We call it bushing. She'll take her head and just like kind of smash into you for attention. It's strange. And Ella, she's got the bad habit of barking. And the only problem why I say, oh, that's a really bad habit is she is a service dog since I am partially deaf, and she travels with me everywhere. Not a good example when you have a barking dog. So we're working on it. Hey, we're in Rhode Island. Nice. It's weird. I don't remember seeing that sign, so I wonder if we usually don't take 95 up. Are we even on 95? I feel like we've got to be. The route well traveled, but I don't remember going through. It's weird. We went through Connecticut first. What's up with that? I'm so confused. I don't want to open up the map right now, but I'm just so confused. It happens. Burnt out. So I feel like we should do what France does, and if I have anybody in the chat from France, please correct me. But in France, you get either July or August off. Not consecutively, because businesses still need to run, but you get that much vacation time, you know, to recuperate. And this is one of the best things about being a teacher, is that you have the summer to recuperate. And we say we run out because we're working with kids, and it does take a special kind of thing to work with students and to teach something, especially at a boarding school when you have 6,000 other things to do. But I think people should get more vacation time. Paid vacation time, mind you. I think everybody needs a recharge from once in a while, and that's coming from a teacher who has the ability. I'm not saying I want any more time, because any more than what I have right now would go crazy. But I think everybody kind of deserves that. Also, you'd be able to spend more time with your family, and I think that's important too. We're about to go down to 55, aren't we? Boom, there we are. Welcome to Providence. A whole, like, 2 miles worth of 55. I'll get over here. So yes, 100% we are on 95. We're gonna keep our speeds up a little bit. Just wanna make sure there's nobody beside us. By the way, I'm not usually the fan of that step-down mirror that's there. I kept it on this truck because this was only supposed to be a temporary truck, and I think it's still going to be. Like I said, when iRacing comes out, we will no longer be running the Camping World Truck Series. I like to keep it into events that I feel like I could actually do. I do not have the skill to be driving a truck, plus it's like a mainstream thing. In a world of RP, you never want to put yourself in a situation that would be actually happening. You know what I mean? Like if I was going into the Cup Series and I was trying to role play it, you know, I can watch that on TV. I can watch K&N and Wheel and Modified on TV, but not as much, which is why I try to keep to the smaller divisions. Plus, hometown track racing is my jam. Yes, I did hear that there is a Euro series. I've looked up some of the trucks that are, not the trucks, some of the cars that are out there. Some interesting designs, and I know why. They do a lot of road courses out there because that's what you all have. Those are your circuits. They're just interesting to see, that's all. I think that's a much better step than what NASCAR did a handful of years ago. I think it was like 98, 96 or 98. Maybe I'm way off, but they went to Japan to try to bring NASCAR internationally, and it worked because they have their own divisions out there now. I think that's better than, I think what they have now is better than shipping everything out. It's not the same, especially if you're trying to watch a race internationally. It's not something that can be international. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to watch a race, you know, it could be like 3 in the morning for you. Not a fan base where I'd watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? But if you do get a chance to watch it, more power to you, bro. Tyson chicken, that looks pretty good. If you couldn't tell in the vlog, I am kind of a fatty. I'm not exactly happy with the weight that I am, but I am happy with me. Very picky eater, so when Tyson fried chicken goes by, that kind of tells you. Picky eater, likes the fast food. Try to stick away from it from time to time, but every once in a while, everybody needs a self-pity day. You know what I mean? I plan to get into a little bit better shape during the summer. There's tennis. I really want to learn how to play golf. I want to teach myself because we have a golf course literally right down the road from us. And also, I found the best way for me to exercise, whether walking or biking, the best one that I feel better at is by far. I play guitar and sing as a hobby, and used to be in a band, yada yada yada. Then adulthood took over. Just sitting, playing, and singing and jumping around. Just having a good time. Role-playing a concert, more or less. Alright, let's get down here onto 93. We are almost done with our trip, ladies and gentlemen. Not that I was counting down the minutes, but it is nice to know that it is almost done. This has seemed like a very long drive. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because, we know that there's only one more left. The fact that I know that I need to film 3 more truck videos today before I can even get into iRacing. Because these are just getting the trucks back. We still gotta get there. I know South Boston for the K&N series. I believe the trucks are going to Pocono, which this is where this truck will be going later on this afternoon. Luckily, that's close. And I do not remember where the SK Modified is going to be ending. So, we got some driving. Love it. Thank you guys for being out here with me. It does keep it a little bit more entertaining. Like I said, I don't think there's going to be that audio gap again for anybody watching on YouTube. I wasn't the biggest fan. Yes, I was able to listen to some music and it felt better on the drive, but didn't feel right. Didn't get to talk to you all, and now the chat's going quite well, which I appreciate. I just don't think there's a need for it. Oh well, thank you. I do try to support people watching. If you guys are watching literally a guy play a game of driving down the road, especially when it's mostly highway driving. I can't put on music. I'm gonna really look into that. There's got to be something about it. Because heck, if we could put it on the radio, that'd be a lot better. You know, for when the chat gets boring. Not boring, you guys aren't boring if you're talking, but if nobody's talking, it'd be nice. I was hoping for at least a little bit of better shot than that, but a nice shot of Subway. Which we thank them for giving us the shot to drive this truck. Okay, we are going to attempt not to hit the curb this time. Yeah, thank you, Greyhound. Perfect. Ah, so pretty. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the Featherlite trailers, so just the trailer itself was so great, and now that I've been able to add costume sponsors and everything to it, just makes my day. Alrighty, well, let's get ready to pull it into our yard here. Make sure we watch that rear view mirror. Just want to make sure we don't clip that fence. Working on getting it nice and straight in here. Alrighty. Let's just set our brake. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I know it was a long one, a little bit harder to get through. Like I said, I don't think I'll be doing that music thing again. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like I was doing my job, and this isn't my job, it's a hobby, but the reason I'm putting them out here is to entertain you all. So I don't think I'll do it again. But I thank you guys for coming out for that little bit of experiment, not experience. There. But if you like what you see here on Twitch, you can always watch us on YouTube at PadfootTD Games. As well, if you're watching this YouTube, we do live stream on Twitch every once in a while at PadfootTD. If you want to see the cute dogs that I'm always talking about, you can follow PadfootTD Games on Instagram or Zero Kids and Counting. That is Danielle's, where she does massive amount of the dogs. But I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.